Hey, what is going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video. Um, and so today I'm going to be talking about the updated pre-order um, going arounds with Funimation's uh, dub. Or the Dragonball Z dub Blu-ray sets. So, is it? All right. So, as you can see, this is the website. The website has been recently updated. And yes, this is like at 100%, and so I have to like scale this down because this is another problem I have with the website. The website is pretty bad since the last time I was on this website. So this is season 5 for pre-order. Now here's one of the things that I think is very interesting. This wasn't there a month ago, but Funimation has like a new thing, I guess. Pre-order limit to 5 per order. This particular season 5 is available December 15th. 1 through 3 is available in a week from now. It's going to be available November 3rd. So you can pick up those first 3 very, very soon. But 4 through 7, I believe 4 and 5 are coming out December 15th, and then 6 through 7 is coming out in January of next year. Same price. It has the Falconer score. It has the Japanese dub. It has the English dub with Falconer score, as well as the Japanese score with the English dub. Pretty much everything looks all okay from what I've seen. It does show some interviews, like they do some inside interviews. I don't know if these are new interviews or if they are old interviews. I'm gonna take a shot in the dark. They're old interviews, but they're there for people that would like to see them. So I'm going to just look at 6 here. Now 6 has Super Saiyan Goku on it. This will be available January 19th, 2021. Now in this one it actually just says pre-order, which is kind of interesting. Maybe it's because it's January, I don't know. Yeah, it says that for the Piccolo one too, which is season 7. I'm surprised they chose Piccolo for this one. I guess it's because they didn't have Piccolo on one yet. But this was actually an interesting choice for the tournament, World Martial Arts Tournament. I'm assuming the other World Tournament will be on here as well with PyCon. That comes before it. Why does it say comedy? Dragon Ball Z is not comedy. Like, come on now. What the? Does it say it on the other ones too? What? I'm just gonna add that to favorites. Wait, am I even logged in? Oh shit. Well, I'll have to hold off on that. Anyways, so like I said, the website has been updated. They don't do it by page anymore. They just do loads. It's really weird. So now here's 4. 4 again will be released the same way season 5 will be released. It will be December 15th. It says limited per 5 per order. Now I don't know if that just applies to literally buying this 5 times over, or if it's like 5 different items pre-ordered at the same time. Like, I don't get it. I don't know why they have that there. Trunks artwork actually looks pretty good. Obviously, it makes sense that Future Trunks would be the one that would be on Season 4. Same thing, Falconer and all that stuff is on here. You know, like I said in the last video I made a couple months ago from 1 through 3, which got a lot of positive feedback for the most part. I do thank the people that watched that and gave some good feedback, gave some good opinions, because again, this is an English dub channel, so I'm going on the lines of an English dub fan perspective, not a subtitle fan. You know, so I was actually surprised by that. I was going to get bombarded by, like, you know, these subtitle elitists. I've gotten them in the past with you know, horrible comments. I don't even want to get into them all. So I was quite impressed with some of the fans that were, did like the video and liked my perspective on it. So, like I said in the last video, this really all comes down to really what you want. Like I said, I'm an English dub fan. This is an English dub fan channel. So I'm going to kind of more speak on the dub perspective of this and say this really is only needed. These sets are really only needed if you really don't have the blue Blu-ray sets. I do have the blue Blu-ray sets. Again, these are better than the blue Blu-ray sets. These will be better than the blue Blu-ray sets because they are in 4:3, which is how Dragon Ball Z was animated. So in a sense of quality perspective, these are better than the blue Blu-ray sets. But the blue Blu-ray sets aren't that bad for the English dubs. I mean, they're not the best. They're absolutely not the best. Compared to the original sets that were released back in the early 2000s, you know, originally the VHS qualities, and then that was transferred into the DVDs, which were the single sets, which is what we originally heard on the Toonami broadcast. Those versions are much better than the blue Blu-ray sets. The blue Blu-ray sets are the blue Blu-ray set audios are based off of they're based off of the Orange Brick audio, which the Orange Brick was freaking terrible. We all know that. Every Dragon Ball Z fan can universally agree that the Orange Bricks were god awful. You'll not hear one person defend that set. But ever since the Orange Bricks were released, the audio, the thing is, and I'm sure fans have caught it, but there are some people that still might not understand that ever since those terrible Orange Bricks have been released, that has been the audio consistency ever since. So, like, if you watch Dragon Ball Z on Toonami, and if you watched it on DVD, like the original DVD or the VHS releases, the narration is not the same in the blue Blu-rays or in the Orange Bricks, because they changed the audio for the narration, and for some parts, even some of the dialogue was rechanged in the Orange Bricks. Not all the dialogue. I mean, just some parts here and there, you know, where they wanted to change some of the wordings around for the dub. So some of that happened, and a lot of people didn't like that. because it really meshed with what they seen on Toonami, and it's something that I personally don't like either. Some of it was good, some of it is bad. Um, it's really just a perspective, I guess. But these, to my understanding, are going to be the same. They're going to have the orange brick audio that has been the consistent audio for all Dragon Ball Z dub releases since the orange bricks. Which, again, I'm not a fan of because I like the original broadcast Toonami version. Even some of the music was changed around. Like, some of Falconer's music was changed. Like, the original, like, music that was put in for certain scenes, some of them were changed for the orange brick audio. There's a lot of comparisons out there of it, so it's not that hard to find it. Especially if you have the DVDs itself, you can easily do it yourself to see where it doesn't match up. But that's where people are going to have to decide here, because again, these are just basically what you would have gotten the 30th anniversary. So also, I should say, if you did get the 30th anniversary special, like if you managed to spend $300, I think it was $399. If you did fork over $399 for that 30th anniversary special set, don't waste your time with these. Okay, there was someone who commented, he got the 30th anniversary DVD or Blu-ray special set, and he was interested in still getting these because of the steel book covers or whatever. Because don't get it. Don't waste your time. It's not worth it. It's the same exact thing. You're getting the same thing in the Steelbook sets that you got with the 30th anniversary. Don't even bother. If you have the Blu-ray sets like myself, it's really a tough call. Personally, honestly, I don't even think I want to get them because, I can get them at any time because they're going to be released. I don't think these things are going to be out of print at any time. I don't think these things are going to be like the Dragon Box sets where they're out. Once they're gone, they're gone. I think these things are going to be out for a while. The 30th anniversary sets, were the specialty thing, right? But these, I don't think these things are going to be like sold out. Like once they release, they're going to be gone. I don't believe that. And I don't think anyone else should be believing that because, why would they release them individually? It's not a specialty release at this point. I kind of feel bad for the people that did buy the 30th anniversary thing because it's like, you could have just gotten these. Yeah, you get a Goku figure, but, honestly, a Goku figure, there's a bunch of Goku figures you get for video games and stuff like that now. So, really, it's a cool silver Goku. I got many different Gokus. Figures from pre-ordering video games and stuff like that. It's not really that big of a deal. In my take, but it's whatever. But again, this is kind of more for a dub perspective. Like I said, the Dragon box sets, as I said in the last video, quality-wise, probably the best release. It's hard to find because it's out of print, but at the same time, it doesn't offer the Falconer score. The dub is just kind of slapped on there, and there's like spots in there where it wasn't dubbed. It was never actually dubbed. So it just kind of feels weird that, if you're a dub fan, I wouldn't even bother trying to invest in the Dragon box sets. Because it doesn't offer the Falconer score. The dub is just slapped on there. There are spots in there where they never dubbed it because Funimation never had that footage so they couldn't dub it, and so it's just left like that, and it just looks kind of weird for a dub fan to watch the Dragon Box sets that way. So I would completely avoid the Dragon Box sets if you're a dub fan. Um, if you don't care, I guess, then that's fine. If you're one of those kind of dub / subtitle fans, then I guess it would be more acceptable to you. But if you're strictly just kind of more, towards the dub, I would avoid the Dragon Box sets. But again, they're extremely expensive anyway, so you might not even want to get them. Because if you go on eBay trying to find the Dragon Box sets, they're like $2,000, and I'm probably being kind to the Dragon Box sets with $2,000, just for one volume, one season. So yeah, try to avoid those. Like I said, it's kind of hard to gauge this because, like I said, I still really haven't made my own kind of decision on these things because I think these are going to be around for a while. I don't think these things are going out of print anytime soon. I really don't. I honestly don't. And even if they were, I don't think they're still worth it. I mean, I'd rather just get the old. Like I said, I'd rather get the old DVDs because the old DVDs have the original audio. It has the original Toonami broadcast audio, which you don't get from Orange Bricks onward. You don't get that same. You don't get that same release. All the audio has been changed. Not all the audio, but a lot of it has been changed over. They don't have the next time, or last time on Dragon Ball. It was one of those. No, I think it was next time on Dragon Ball. It was next time on Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, they got rid of the next time on Dragon Ball Z segment. They got rid of that in the blue Blu-ray sets as well as the orange bricks. Probably is gone in this set as well. That's another issue I have with these releases. Personally, I wish in the future they would just do something similar to what they did with the Rock the Dragon set, where they kind of paid tribute to the Ocean dub actors. I wish they would do a special like Toonami edition release. I don't know what you would call it because obviously they call the Ocean dub set basically the Rock the Dragon edition based off of the name of the theme song, which was the original theme song was Rock the Dragon. Falconer Studios theme song was basically Dragon Ball Z. That was the name of his theme song, was literally Dragon Ball Z, so you can't really call it the Dragon Ball Z edition. That would just kind of sound stupid. So you would have to come up with a different name, for the rest of the release. But I would love for them to, re-release that set. That set to me would be like a really cool set. You're getting the Rock the Dragon, you're getting the Dragon Ball Z Falconer theme song. You know what I mean? You get more bang for your buck. You're getting the Toonami experience. You're getting the old audio from the single sets as well as the Toonami broadcast. That's really what I want as a Dragon Ball Z fan. I want that original dub release that we don't kind of get anymore. I don't even think it would be that hard to release that, because they obviously have that still. I don't know what would be so hard to do that type of a release. You've already done multiple releases of this stuff. Subtitle, dub, all that stuff. Why not do one that actually is just for the dub? You've already done these multiple releases. Do something different. You've done these releases over and over and over again with Dragon Ball Z. The same releases with either different quality or aspect ratio. But how about like a release like that? That to me would be kind of the best way to release the next Dragon Ball Z set, and kind of do like a special of that, um, rather than just kind of redo the same stuff with different quality, which is what they're basically doing here with this. It's just basically the same release, just in different quality. That's really all it is. And it's still not good enough because it's still not true 4x3. Like everyone wants. It's if you're gonna do this type of stuff again, at least give it in true 4x3 because this is not true by 4x3. This is alterational 4x3, which Geekdom and everyone else has talked about, on why it's bad. So, I know that's kind of getting into my whole take on this release and why I'm not really a fan of it. So yeah. That's kind of my take on this whole, the quality. I mean, I could go through all these different DVD releases and all the Blu-rays, the VHSs that they originally did. I mean, I can go all that far way back because we had VHS sets of this stuff. I mean, that's how crazy it is. We've had so much of this stuff with Dragon Ball Z. But, I mean, looking at the way Funimation is going about this, it's really unfortunate to the fans, because again, Funimation could definitely do better with these releases, and it's really unfortunate that they're not trying to put out a better product, than just kind of putting out the same stuff, because this is basically the same stuff with just kind of a modified 4x3, a modified 4x3 that fans are not fans of, and a Blu-ray, a blue Blu-ray that's basically cropped. Well, it's better than the orange bricks, but it's still cropped. I mean, it's better, it's improved in better quality, but it's still cropped, and so there's still issues with that. But, I mean, that's kind of my take on all of this. I mean, I don't know if I will or not. It's just not really... It's not really in the ballpark for a must-get, especially when you can just get the singles, and just kind of be happy with that, because, again, that is kind of the original take. I know there's going to be some people like, well, the single sets, there's not a full release of it, because obviously Ultimate Uncut's got canceled, but you're still getting the better, like, what's the word? Better version. And if you really have to go that far, you could always just get the what's it called? For the first 2 seasons, you could always, like, on eBay and Amazon, I'm sure they still have them. Those first 2 seasons of those Blu-ray sets that were canceled, the level sets they call them. The level sets, for the first 2 seasons, that pretty much just covers all those episodes, from the Ultimate Uncut version. The audio might be different, but the audio might be different, because they remastered it, but it's still good to just have that and then just have all the single sets, as well as the Ultimate Uncut if you can get all the ones that they did release, but that's kind of probably the best way to go about it if you're a dub fan, because I was talking about that. It was like, well, what about the first 2 seasons? And I was like, well, the first 2 seasons, the level sets were released. Those don't have Falconer dub in it. It has Nathan Johnson's dub in it. because Nathan Johnson did the first 2 seasons, but those cover, the episodes that were never released for the Ultimate Uncut version DVDs. So there you go. You get the good Blu-ray quality, and then you get the single sets, for the rest. Or you can just watch it like you watched it on Toonami and watch either the Pioneer release with the Ocean actors or the Rock the Dragon one, which once again had the Ocean actors in it. So, I mean, there's a lot of different ways to watch the single set. For those missing episodes that weren't released for the single set. Since the level sets were released for the first 2 seasons before it was canceled, which was unfortunate in itself, because those first 2 seasons of the level sets that were released, many people have told me that they actually think that those level sets were better than anything Toei put out. And seeing some of the samples of the level sets that were released, yeah, they're really good quality. So it's very unfortunate that the level sets, got canceled when they did, because, a lot of people had thought that those level sets were better than anything Toei put out. Because they did that all with, like, an actual, like, team. They did that with an actual, like, an HD Blu-ray expert, of doing shit like that. So they, took the animation and, kind of, really worked on it, to get it that way. And it's very unfortunate that those sets got canceled when they did. Because those could have been the definitive Blu-rays that we had on streaming services, as well as pretty much anything Dragon Ball Z, because those came out before the Blu-ray sets did. And if those had not gotten canceled, we probably would have never gotten those Blu-ray sets. Those Blu-ray sets would have never been released if the level sets had continued, basically. Before they got canceled. So, it's very unfortunate that happened when it did. But yeah, that's probably, like, for dub fans, that is really the best way to watch it, is watch the first 2 seasons with the level sets, and then just start watching the single sets with, the 4x3s. Yeah, it's not in Blu-ray like the level sets are, but it's still better 4x3 quality, I would say, than most of the releases that are out there. So that's kind of my take on that. Like I said, I doubt very highly these things are going to go out of print anytime soon, these Steelbook sets. But, they're there. If you never bought the Blu-ray sets, probably, or the 30th anniversary, because that's basically the same thing. The Steelbook sets are basically the same thing. Then probably this would be a good thing to get. But, it's really up to you guys, to decide to buy it or not, if it's worth your time or not. Personally, I don't think I'm going to get it, because of what I've talked about. I mean, to me, I just feel like it's just better to get the single sets if you're a dub fan, than get this. You're getting the original audio, from watching it on Toonami. You're getting the original, songs that were synced in each scene, by Falconer and Falconer's team, the Falconer production team that were working on the music. You're getting all of that, and you're not getting the changes, for certain scenes, like you did from the Orange Bricks onward. So, again, there's a lot of different choices to go by, but that's just my personal take on it. Let me know what you guys think. Comment right if you like this video. Please subscribe. I have a Discord link in the description for my server, as well I do as my Patreon. That's about it. I am the SS Ultimate Goku. I'm out of here. Peace!